So, more Giratina, hopefully. I can actually bring it to a match, and it can do something. I'm going to find a very high-rated guy straight away, almost the 1800s, and he's going to have a counter-team to my Giratina. Okay, he's got Dual Primal. Dual Primal, I think, is good for Giratina. Because he could have Draco on his Salamence, but if he doesn't, Giratina looks really nice. So I'm going to lead straight off with it. So what else do I need to pair with it? So Manectric looks pretty good. Because of the Thundurus, the Salamence, and the Kyogre. But then I would assume that he's scared off because of that, with the Thundurus. So I'm going to go with Landorus and Giratina. With Kyogre and Ferrothorn. Because I wouldn't expect him to bring his Thundurus. Manectric could be nice, but Ferrothorn, if the Trick Room goes up, which I am expecting. Because if he's got a Ferrothorn over, what was it, the Kangaskhan, then he probably isn't the Icy Wind Brain. He could be the Icy Wind Brain, and Ferrothorn's his counter. But, well, normally these teams would be Trick Room, but the meta has developed enough that it could be Icy Wind. I should have considered that more. Maybe Manectric was a better play than Ferrothorn. Oh well, too late now. Let's try and get Giratina to do something. So I could have brought Crobat and get Tailwinds, but oh well. All 6 could have been nice. But what I expect him to lead probably is Cress. If he leads his Cress, then Giratina looks amazing. Hopefully not his Salamence. And hopefully it doesn't have Draco. Ferrothorn and Cresselia. That's pretty good. He can Leech Seed my Giratina now. But that looks really, really nice. I'm going to go for Calm Mind, and I'm going to go for Superpower onto that Ferrothorn. I don't think Superpower with a Life Orb knocks out Ferrothorn. Maybe Choice Band does. But I'm not expecting a Life Orb Superpower to knock out that Ferrothorn. But if I chunk it a lot, then that's going to be really nice. He is just going to protect it. So he's probably going to get a Trick Room. But that means I get a Calm Mind for free, which is really nice. Superpower is going to do nothing. And I'm going to Calm Mind. So he is slower than my Giratina, which heavily implies that he's Trick Room. So that's really nice. So, oh, he's just going to Ice Beam. That shouldn't knock out my Landorus. Yeah, it doesn't. So that's nice. Now, will he Power Whip my Landorus here? I can just Calm Mind again, but I want to switch out Landorus. No, I can U-turn. Why wouldn't I U-turn? I take Life Orb damage, that's why. Or would that be worth it? I think it's probably better to keep it out of... Because if I... 33. Oh, actually, I can still take 2 Life Orb hits. So I'm going to U-turn. Because I wouldn't expect Landorus to survive 2 more turns. He's going to switch out his Ferrothorn into his Groudon. Into his Salamence. That's fine. I'll take that. Because with all my Calm Minds up now as well, Double Edge probably does about half to me. But this is looking pretty good now. Going a U-turn, get a nice chunk onto this Cresselia. I'm intimidated now, so I'm not expecting more than a third. Yeah, even less than a third. So that's probably a very physically defensive Cress. And I can take 1 more Life Orb hit, which is really nice. Now, is he going to go for Trick Room? If he goes for Trick Room, that's very curious. Oh, do I want Kyogre? Or do I want Ferrothorn? I'm going to go into Ferrothorn. Because he could Double Edge or Hyper Voice my Ferrothorn, but that doesn't do that much. If he Ice Beams, like, it doesn't do that much to Ferrothorn, surely. So I don't want to just take a Double Edge for no reason with my Kyogre. So now I'm at +2/+2 with this Giratina. He's going to Ice Beam. So I could have gone into Kyogre, but... Oh, into Giratina. That does nothing, don't freeze me. Of course, of course. The first time I get to set up properly with Giratina, and it's frozen. I better wake up. I really need to wake up. I'm going to try and Dragon Pulse this Salamence, and I'm going to fail, and I'm going to knock off this Cresselia, because I have knockoff on my Ferrothorn. So ideally, I would just wake up and win. Well, not wake up, unthaw. But of course I'm not going to unthaw. He's going to Helping Hand. If it's Draco, that won't knock me out. I'm at +2. It's going to be double edge, so double edge won't knock me out either. I'm a Giratina. Look at that. No chance. And I stay frozen. Knock off onto the crest. We'll do a huge amount of damage. Doesn't quite pick up the knockout, which is a shame. But no more Citrus Berry. That's really disappointing. But now I can try and wake up. And go for Icy Wind and switch out Ferrothorn into Landorus for knocking my webcam for another Intimidate, so another Helping Hand double edge will not knock out my Giratina. So that's about right. So Intimidate onto the Salamence. I will live unless he crits or he has Draco. But even then Draco probably won't knock me out because I'm at +2 now. But that freeze sucked. It's just going to be a straight up double edge, that's fine. Onto Giratina, no chance. Ice Beam won't knock me out either. I'm going to stay... Yep, of course I'm going to stay frozen. Ice Beam onto the Landorus. Very nice, very nice. That was good play. I like that. But it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have been frozen. Now, I'm pretty sure there's no way I just Helping Hands double edges again. I'm going to go into Kyogre. That's really disappointing. Because I was actually set up properly. Like, I'm pretty sure I just won at that point if I didn't get frozen, because I could have knocked out that Salamence easily. And Kyogre can deal with the Groudon in the back, and then Giratina just wins. That's so disheartening. And I could switch out Giratina, but that's a waste. I'm going to go for Icy Wind, and I'm going to go for Water Spout. If he switches out into his Groudon, I live a double edge. It's going to Helping Hand, but then I get a free Water Spout. No, he's going to double edge into my Kyogre, of course he is. But then I could win with... No, he's going to go with Giratina. And I do faint, but now I get a full power Water Spout. That could actually knock out the Salamence as well. That's definitely knocking out the Salamence with a double edge recoil. And if it's Groudon, he can just win. It's crit on the Salamence, that doesn't matter. And he's got his Ferrothorn in the back, doesn't he? So he does just win. That's a real shame. Maybe he doesn't have his Groudon. Of course he has his Groudon. Oh, that's such a shame. He had his own Ferrothorn, didn't he? Yep. So I can't knock out that Ferrothorn without going for knockoff. And if I go for knockoff, then I can't power whip the Groudon or anything. Yeah, this game's over now. Such a shame. Because I was all set up. I'm just going to explode. And I'm going to Ice Beam. Like, it doesn't matter at this point. So he just Fire moves onto my Ferrothorn. Unless he Precipice Blades predicting that. But even then, Ice Beam can't do anything. It can't even freeze. If it could have frozen, I would have probably not exploded. Because I could have played for that like he did. But, yeah, there's no point. I'm just going to explode. Just for style. You can probably work out this Ferrothorn is Choice Banded. Because it has revealed knockoff and I am exploding. And probably based on the knockoff damage as well. So, don't know what he's thinking so hard about. He's maybe predicting my Ferrothorn Protect or not. It doesn't really matter. Fire Punch was completely safe. I don't even get to explode now. Which is annoying. But he's going to take Iron Barbs. And if I double crit the Ice Beam and he misses all his Power Whips, I guess. That could be an out. Okay, that was a lot of damage. He's got sub on his Ferro. That still, I could still win. Did outspeed me, didn't he? So he has a very fast one. So he wasn't Trick Room. He didn't show his form of speed control. So that's interesting. So Ice Beam, if he misses his Precipice Blades, which he doesn't do, and if he misses all his Power Whips, and I still have a chance, because I'll live the Precipice Blades even though it's single target, Ice Beam could get a high roll and knock out this Groudon. Which it does. So if he misses all his Power Whips, then I can still win. But he should be going for Gyro Ball. Power Whip. Doesn't miss. Of course it doesn't. That's a shame. So hopefully Giratina can actually attack next time. That game was easily won if I didn't get the freeze. Because you saw how bulky the Giratina was. He wouldn't have been able to get through it at all. Such a shame. Especially since that's actually the first time I've been able to properly set up with Giratina. Hopefully I can get it in the next one as I professionally move my DS because I knocked my webcam. You can probably tell how disappointed I am. Because I'm almost certainly never using Giratina again, and I just want to use it as it's supposed to be used. But there we go. Drop below the 1600s now because of that. That's a shame. It's going to be a 1673 guy. Don't have Xerneas or Revolful. Okay, that's not bad. Weavile can be annoying because it can knock off my leftovers. Okay, so he's got his own Crobat as well. I like Manectric. Manectric looks nice, especially because I've got Hidden Power Ice for that Landorus. I need to bring my own Landorus for that Ferrothorn. But Landorus looks horrible here. I would completely expect him to lead with his Weavile. But I kind of need my own Tailwind, so I'm going to bring Giratina. And do I want to go with Kyogre? Because if I don't bring Landorus, I've got nothing for the Ferrothorn, but I'm bringing Giratina. I should bring Landorus over Giratina, but I want Giratina to do something. Like it could have done in that last match, which is a shame. So I would expect a Weavile, probably his own Crobat, so it just match the Tailwinds and then knock out my own Crobat. Then that would be annoying. But Manectric should stop his Weavile from knocking out my Crobat. Maybe if it's Life Orb, it picks up knockouts on the knockout on Crobats. I know it definitely picks up the knockout on Landorus and Salamence. So it shouldn't knock out Crobat because it's not 4 times. This Crobat isn't the most defensive, it's like just defensive enough. But it's not like the 236 defense one. So it might live a Life Orb. I would assume it lives a Life Orb one. That should be Weavile. It is Weavile and Rayquaza, okay. So he can just Icicle Crash my Crobat. He can fake out my Manectric. I wouldn't really expect fake out onto Manectric because then I can just get a Tailwind. And I am slower than the Weavile anyway. So do I want to Hidden Power Ice? Because that will do nothing to Ray, but it will break its Sash as I get my own Tailwind. Although Weavile could be Sash as well. I'm going to Hidden Power Ice the Rayquaza, and I am going to Tailwind. If he Icicle Crashes, I do get it first before my Crobat gets hit. If he has Life Orb, he has a chance to knock me out, maybe, with the Intimidate. If he's not, he definitely can't without a crit, because he'll be intimidated by my Manectric. Could switch out his Rayquaza into his Kyogre. That would be nice, because that would take the Hidden Power Ice, which he does do. So if I'd Volt switched it... Yeah, that's probably Kyogre, isn't it? No, it's Landorus. Okay, I'll take that. That's really nice. Maybe he wasn't expecting me to go for it because of the strong winds. Maybe he didn't expect my Manectric to have it. I don't know how common it is on Manectric, but I think Manectric, the point of it is to outspeed and KO Salamences, so I think Hidden Power Ice is very necessary. So this is probably going to be as ideal as it could be. Because I'm going to get my Tailwind. He's not going to fake out my Manectric. Perfect. So ideally I would lose my Crobat here. So I do hope he's Choice Banded. That would be really nice. Yeah, no. No chance. And Hidden Power Ice, unless he's Assault Vest, knocks out this Landorus? It doesn't, okay. But that's better, I think, because then he doesn't get a free switch into anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Snarl, because that is my other move, which should knock out this Landorus. And I'm going to Super Fang this Weavile to break its Sash. And then hopefully he Icicle Crashes my Crobat, KOs it, and then I just spout for the win. Okay, it was enough. It was a critical hit. Maybe that mattered if he was Assault Vest, but like I wanted to just hit both. And I broke the Sash with Snarl anyway, and then Super Fang's just a little bit more damage. It didn't really matter. Snarl could have missed. It probably wasn't the best play. I could have Volt Switched into my Kyogre. But then I would have had to target the Landorus, and I couldn't KO the Landorus that turn without doing that, so I had to leave my Manectric in to KO the Landorus. But now, ooh, do I want to go into Giratina and be super stylish? Because Dragon Pulse plus Hidden Power Ice will knock out the Rayquaza. Yeah, I'm going to go into Giratina. Because if it's Kyogre, I can Volt Switch the Weavile on his Protect, and I can Calm Mind. If it's Rayquaza, then he could Protect as well, actually, with the Ray. That's going to be... That is no, that's Ray. Okay. So I'm slowly learning these symbols. So Dragon Pulse will not knock out that Rayquaza. Now Icicle Rash and -1 will do nothing to me. Do I want just Hidden Power Ice and Dragon Pulse? Because Weavile can't do much. And I can knock it out next turn if I want. So I'm going to double up onto this Rayquaza with a Dragon Pulse and a Hidden Power Ice. He does Protect, so Calm Mind would have been better. And it was better leaving the Weavile on the field, because it can't do much. Watch this Icicle Crash do nothing. Oh, it's going to be Knockoff. Yeah, Knockoff makes more sense. Yeah, that was nothing. Now, he didn't Mega Evolve his Ray, so that's interesting. Now, would he switch out his Ray into his Kyogre to stall out the last turn of Tailwind? Because I'm tempted to Volt Switch. And... because if I Volt Switch, then I get the Intimidate again. His Weavile's useless. So I'm going to Volt Switch. And I'm going to Icy Wind, because then I can put myself into the position next turn. So he does switch out. So that's what I expected, really. Because I wanted to leave the Weavile on the field so he didn't get this free switch back into his Ray. Because now I do a lot of damage to this Kyogre, and then my Kyogre will outspeed him next turn. So I would just be able to completely freely spout. And he can switch out into his Ray to take that, but that won't really matter, and I'll get a free Calm Mind with my Giratina as well. So this is really nice. Ideally, he would Icicle Crash the Manectric. His Volt Switch does alright damage. It is a 3-hit, so that's not the worst, because I can chip him with either Giratina or Kyogre. But this is looking alright, this is looking alright, as long as I hit my Icy Winds. Now, what could he do? Like, he could Icicle Crash again onto my Giratina, and that would take it down fairly low. But that wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm going to connect with both. That's nice. So now my Kyogre will outspeed that Weavile next turn, and I'll be able to spout. The Icicle Crash to my Kyogre, that's the best case for me. It's going to Icicle Crash. Now, is it going to be onto Giratina, or is it going to be onto Kyogre? It's going to be onto Kyogre. Perfect. So I'll take nothing. That's like nothing. And now Tailwind's gone, but I can just Water Spout. Now, do I want to Icy Wind again, or Dragon Pulse one of the slots to predict the switch out into Ray? Because he could switch out his Weavile and Protect. So what I'm going to do, because almost all Weaviles do not carry Protect, I'm going to Water Spout. And then I'm going to Dragon Pulse the Weavile as well, because if the Weavile stays in, it gets knocked out, and Dragon Pulse gets redirected onto Kyogre. If it switches out, Rayquaza takes the Dragon Pulse. So he's going to stay in, so the Dragon Pulse will be redirected onto his Kyogre. At full HP, it doesn't put it in Dragon Pulse range. I'm pretty sure that's not Dragon Pulse range. I will live an Ice Beam with my Giratina because it's so bulky. This shouldn't knock out without a crit, I wouldn't have thought. Giratina is super weak without Calm Minds. Yeah, it didn't knock it out. Ice Beam, it's not going to knock me out. No, no way. I need no freeze, no freeze. That's fine. So now he's only got his Ray left. And he does outspeed me, but he's surely forced to target down my Kyogre this turn. So what I could do is switch out into Manectric. Because then I get my weather guarantee. But then, if he does target down my Giratina, that's not so good. No, I'm going to Water Spout. Because I am faster than the Kyogre. And even taking a Dragon's Ascent, I should theoretically knock out that Kyogre, especially with an Icy Wind as well. So I would expect the Mega Evolution, of course. But it just depends which one he targets down. Because I can't protect with my Giratina. So if I protect with my Kyogre and then he just attacks the Giratina, then that just sucks for me. So it's better to attack and probably lose one of them. I shouldn't lose Kyogre. Unless he's Life Orb, of course. Or Choice Band. But he did protect, so it could be Life Orb. Because the Weavile didn't show it. So actually this could knock out my Kyogre. Which it does, okay, that's fair, that's fair. But Icy Wind onto the Kyogre won't knock it out, but it will reduce the Rayquaza down enough so that... Because he did Dragon Sense, so Hidden Power Ice will be nice. So I can Snarl first, in case he's got Draco, and then I can Hidden Power Ice. That doesn't knock out the Ray, so the Kyogre. But Manectric should... Oh, that was a crit, okay. He should be in Hidden Power Ice range even with the Strong Winds up. It's going to be Ice Beam. How much did I take last time? Am I going to live? Oh, I'm not going to live, no. This Dragon Pulse would have been better. Yeah, looking back, Dragon Pulse was way better. But Manectric should, theoretically, be able to clean up. Unless he protects his Ray. So I've still got to call or protect. No, I don't. I just Snarl. Because if he protects one, then this hits the other. But it won't knock out the Ray. So if he protects the Kyogre, then that's wrong. I've already locked in Snarl. Which one was that? Kyogre? Yeah, so Hidden Power Ice would have been better. That was my initial thoughts. But now, if he's got Draco, this should be reduced enough so it doesn't knock me out. Oh, that's enough to knock it out again. So if I survive and he doesn't have Extreme Speed, it's going to be Overheat. Is that going to put me in Extreme Speed range? So Snarl was the best play. Well, Hidden Power Ice was the best play. Ooh, that's really close. But Snarl is a win if I live the Extreme Speed. Am I going to live the Extreme Speed? Is he intimidated? He is intimidated. He didn't even Extreme Speed, so I do pick up the double knockout with Snarl. Perfect. There we go. Giratina did something. That was a bit better. A couple of misplays from me, like the Hidden Power Ice from Manectric would have just straight up won, but then Snarl put me out of Overheat range. I wasn't in Overheat range, but it would have put me out of Overheat and Extreme Speed range. It's very interesting he didn't go for it, because that was his only way out if he hit the Extreme Speed. Maybe critical hits. I don't think at -1 Extreme Speed should have knocked me out there, so I should have been alright. But there we go. That was a bit better. Annoying first match, but a pretty good second match. Thanks for watching.